Hey, ladies and gents, it's Wiz here with a look at Uularia Speer, the Cosmic Legion's action figure from Horsemen Toy Design. Take a look at the box. There she is in the front. And then you got the Ox Crew Book 1 story. Then you got the cross-sell on the back. And then you got her bio, which I'll read for you now. It says, Uularia and her husband Velok have worked for the AXOR-3 Corporation as reclamation specialist for many cycles. As the navigator of the Quarkonox, Uularia's job is to chart safe passage for the Ox Crew to wherever assignments may take them. She takes this role incredibly seriously. For those crew members who travel alongside her are more than just her co-workers. They are her chosen family, and she's the protective mother whose job it is to keep them on the straight path. Stranded on a strange planet with limited equipment and fewer resources, Uularia cobbles together broken pieces of navigation tech, eventually discovering that they are on a planet called Thraxon, deep within the fourth ring of Cosmarium. While her husband is keenly focused on the challenges in front of them, Uularia struggles to come to terms with their situation, feeling somehow that she may be responsible for the ship going off course, and her family suffering for that mistake. So there she is. Guilt-riddled, but looking absolutely fabulous in her purple armor. Amazing, folks. This armor has been a long time coming. I remember seeing the first time that this armor, or a variant of it, was sculpted in Glyos scale. It's been well over 10 years. And I was excited about getting it Glyos-sized, but hey, as luck would have it, Eric Treadaway eventually changed the scale of Mythics and of Cosmics, so we have it now in roughly the 6-inch scale, and it just looks even better. I mean, it looks amazing. I still want to get the Glyos, and I know that there's going to be some crossover now with the Infinite Legions collaboration with Matt Dowdy, but you know, so happy to have it in this scale. And we've got strong, beautiful alien female protagonist, which you know, is a sci-fi trope that I think we've all loved since Ridley in Aliens. If you guys haven't been watching the new Alien Earth series, I really love Wendy, or Marcy/Wendy, the heroine of that, another strong female protagonist, a synth. So check out Alien Earth, free plug for them. But yeah, I mean, who doesn't love a strong, competent woman, even if she's not great at navigating and giving directions and she gets your ship lost, right? No, I'm just kidding. She more than makes up by looking for that, by looking absolutely fabulous. All right, let's take a closer look at this armor. We've already seen a variant of it with Orvar, but here we go. This is a little bit taller. It's not the sort of dwarven proportions. The color's awesome, really pops. I love the two, you know, variants of like lavender and purple. It doesn't have to be a female in this suit, but I think it's kind of cool to have a female in the suit, right? Here we have the very cool tampo with the Ox Crew symbol on it. I love that. You know, it gives the impression that the suit, you know, there are nicks and some wear on it that makes it look like it's been part of, you know, the work that they're doing. We've seen this blaster before. I just put that there because it's one of the accessories. It comes with this tube. You can hook it up to various ports. I put it on there. But I love this backpack, which is kind of ubiquitous. I'm guessing it's a sort of a power or a battery, or, you know, I don't know, maybe a pneumatic powering device. So look at all these very, very cool joints. This, you know, Eric Treadaway, like I said, has been working on this body for years. I love this sort of, well, obviously the saw, right? Like a table saw that she takes, and then it's got some high-tech elements there. This plugs and unplugs. That's obviously like for you know, working in the dark and it's such a big, heavy industrial, heavy duty flashlight, right? You can take that out. You can plug that into any port. But this is a tool, but I could also see this being used as a weapon, and this mech suit obviously being used to fight aliens, kind of the way Ridley used the loader in Alien to fight off, right, the xenomorph queen. So yeah, this suit I think is good for salvage on an inhospitable planet. You can also, of course, put the bubble top helmet on that with that really cool retro vibe. Just look at all these different colors and how they're blended in there. The purple, the orange, just really nice with all the hints of silver. This is absolutely exquisite, I'm telling you. In person, and hopefully, you know, the lighting is good enough so that you can see it. I love how bright the yellow stripes are on her face, her yellow eyes. That's really quite striking. The lips, right? Just a beautiful paint job with the variations of orange going up. Who doesn't like a bald alien sci-fi chick? I mean, ever since they had that really beautiful model that shaved her head and showed up in Star Trek, right? Like, irresistible, right? Beautiful and bald. Not everybody can get away with being bald, but if you're that beautiful. She also has like the sharp ears, a little bit like a Vulcan right there. So I see a lot of touches of like 80s nostalgia, and I'm all for that, because when you take all the best parts of our childhood and you combine it into your own thing, and then you take Eric Treadaway's imagination, you know, his sense for color, his sculpting, and all the engineering that goes into the articulation. Bam! This is what you get. This is like the ultimate female in a power suit slash like space suit. Look at, let me show you how that works. We also get an alternate head, right? Oops. The bubble fits really, really nicely on here, but I'll show you that later. And we have basically 3 alternate heads with this. So, I hesitate and it hurts me to take this beautiful head off, but we've got another version of it to show you, and it's, you know, here it has the, pop that in. It's got the helmet. I do note that this head seems to be a little loose on the peg. Huh. Anyway, it's the first time I put it on there. But yeah, it does, oops, it came off, but it does seem a little loose, as if for some reason the neck peg doesn't fit on that. I do note that there is a second neck peg on here, and I'm imagining that that one would probably fit better. So let's try that. Oh, that makes sense. Hold on. I'm going to embarrass myself here with my lack of strength. Yeah, the purple neck peg goes on this head, and the flesh-colored or alien flesh-colored neck peg goes on the other head. So you live and you learn, right? So anyway, let me see if I can pop this off, folks. Bear with me. Let's do some hold music. All right, did it. So there you go. It's I was thinking that the head had been incorrectly sized for the neck, but no, it's not that. It's just me not putting the alternate neck and not being used to the fact that they're including multiple necks in this figure. So let's take a look at this here. Original head, beautiful. How it crosses over there in the back. The lines, it's very aesthetically pleasing. She looks like she has maybe a little scar here. Very cool. Look at the paint on that and the intricacy. Look at how the eyeliner, right? The yellow eyes are lined with that strong black eyeliner, and then on the sides of that, it's like you have eyeshadow as well. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look, and this head is just as beautiful. if not more. I don't know. Who doesn't like a little a helmet? So this is the neck, right? This is the flesh colored neck that comes with it. And then let's look at this. That beautiful face, very stoic and determined looking. Yeah, and there they are side by side. This one looks like it has a slight wry smile to it, or maybe it's just my imagination. This one looks like, oh, she's bound and determined to kick some butt. So she's got her helmet on there, and then we can put the clear plastic bubble, which is super duper clear. I love these retro style clear plastic bubble. You hear that satisfying little snap there when you pinch it in there. And then it's got this tampo there, a symbol, I guess, of her company where it does the salvage and reclamation stuff. Let me see here. Hold on. I had it in there earlier. There it is. There's that snap, and there it is. It's perfect. So I think in order to get this on, right? Yeah, you have to pull this part off. So I'm guessing that, how does this work? How does this come off? I'm confused. Oh, it doesn't come off. No wonder I'm confused. Sorry, guys. Look, I'm kind of working through this in real time, and I apologize for the delay. I was under the impression that that came off kind of like ore bars, but it doesn't. So there it is. Nothing rehearsed about these reviews. Yeah, and there she is in that bubble helmet, ready to go into outer space. I'm going to also show you that she has a bunch of extra hands. So 6 extra hands. So there's trigger fingers, grasping hands that have like a different, wrist swivel up and down or side to side. So 6 extra hands plus the ones that she comes with. So 8 hands total. And let me show you this, which it also took me a while to figure out. I was like, what is this? Where does this go? And guess what? That fit in there so perfectly. And I was just so confused. This is an alternate faceplate, which is absolutely genius because you can army build. Look at this. Isn't that cool? You can army build these. So it's not just a specific character, right? It could be like a whole army of workers from that particular corporation. Kind of like droids, or kind of like stormtroopers or soldiers, or yeah, instead of a human head or a humanoid alien head, you have that thing. And then you have this head that you can put on other characters. Right, that faceplate. So yeah, a faceplate that turns it into an army builder instantly. That's absolutely genius. So great to finally get this figure in all its glory. Let me turn it around here. You're gonna see like its utility belt there with like what looks like grenades. There's ports so you can plug in the gun, or you can plug in the flashlight or whatever. And this is just amazing. I'm not sure whether this goes like this or like that, but like either way, it looks cool. I think I plugged it in wrong the first time, but look, all the painted buckles, bobs. There's a 3. I'm guessing that's for the 3rd ring of Cosmarium, and just very, very nice, very sharp looking contribution to our sci-fi universe. I think that this is Eric Treadaway's definitive contribution to Cosmic. That's special. Like I said, it's reminiscent of it's like the Stormtrooper, right? You have variations. You have the smaller one, you have that, and then the bigger one, that bigger suit, and it's I think an iconic design, very, very cool. You know, it's incorporating all these different influences, visual influences. It's incorporating them seamlessly. And if you like 80s and you like vintage figures, you like Star Wars, you like sci-fi, I don't see how you could go with wrong with this. It's awesome. All right, so it's the Wiz signing out.